Many Americans are concerned about not having enough money to be able to retire. Should you be concerned? That's what I'm thinking. Before we jump in and talk about retirement readiness, I want to remind everybody to hit the subscribe button, if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you got this on email, forward it to a friend if you find it valuable. Help us expand the reach of what I'm thinking. So this is a big topic that comes up oftentimes. People, and what we do, the majority of our work is helping people prepare for retirement. And I came across a study recently that I thought was really interesting and reflects what I see in practice, or what I've seen over the past 20 plus years that we've been in business. And so what it is Gallup does a poll, and they've done it sort of longitudinally, so going back to the early 2000s, and they ask people who are like 45 to 60, hey, how do you feel as far as being ready to retire and having enough money? And over the last 20 plus years, on average, it's been just slightly over half that feel ready. So to flip that on its head, always invert, as Charlie Munger says, almost half the people in America don't think that they're going to have enough money for retirement. And then separately, Gallup asks people that are, 60, 65, it is, to 80, do you have enough money? Are you able to retire comfortably now? Right? So the people that years ago said, half of them said we're not able to retire comfortably. In retirement, 80% of people have enough money to retire comfortably. Right? So think about what that means. In preparation, historically speaking here, the last couple of decades, 1 in 2 people feels like they're not going to have enough money to be able to live on, right? When you get to actual retirement, 4 out of 5 people do have enough money to live on. And I think some of that, so why is that? Sometimes it's, for one thing, it's really hard to predict the future. Like, what are my expenses going to be? What's it going to look like? I think people in my industry, there's a tendency to overestimate or be overly conservative. Boy, it's great if we end up with more money, but not if we run out. I completely agree with that, except for when we talk about, hey, we're projecting out that you have tens of millions of dollars when you die. The financial plan doesn't fail, right? You have enough money, right? Failure is running out of money. But to me, that is not success, right? Unless your goal is to accumulate tens of millions of dollars and leave it to your kids or charity, if you sacrifice things in your 40s and 50s that you could be doing, ostensibly when you're younger and healthier, right? In exchange for having, more money than what you know what to do with in your 70s and 80s, that is not a definition of success. So we think about that a lot here at Trinity Financial Planning, and want to help our clients to be in a position where they're maximizing their lives, not in their 70s and 80s, but all the way through life, right? And so it's a balance of those things. And I thought it was really interesting to look at some of the data because it reflects what we're seeing with clients. Being in business as long as we have, we've taken clients from their 40s and 50s, right, into their 60s and 70s, and talking about, are we on track? Yes, we are. And the client's not being very sure. And now more and more and more, we're working with our long-term clients on, now we've got all this money, what do we do with it, right? Good problem to have, but something that we want people to start thinking about in their 40s and 50s as well. So that's what I'm thinking about today. As always, interested in knowing what you're thinking about. What's your experience if you're preparing for retirement? Maybe if you're already retired, share your experience. I'd love to hear what you think about this in retirement as you think about what it was like as you were preparing for it. Jot a comment here in the comment box if you're watching on YouTube, or shoot me an email directly. And as always, thanks for watching.